Hello people, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Lydia and I am the Witch of Multirealms. Today we are doing a reading for those who have been seeing the numbers 666. Something interesting I'd like to share. Actually, sometime last week, I already recorded one reading for 666. And then I recorded a bunch of other readings. And then when I was about to transfer the files, upload it into my computer and, do the edits, somehow the recording for the 666 reading went missing. So nothing sinister. I'm not trying to suggest that something fishy or some negative forces is working against that reading just because, and again, this is nothing to do with stereotypically what people know 666 to be. I just like to share. I'm not sure what country, what kind of culture or background you come from. 666, I know popular culture has it that we believe it's the number of Satan. And then also in popular culture, Satan, Lucifer, is drawn up to be this big villainous character in Abrahamic. Sorry, I need to adjust my camera. Okay, is made up to be this big antichrist, in the Abrahamic text. I just want to say that there is a big I'm not going to go into details, and I don't think I'm actually the expert in this to talk about it. But first of all, 666 is nothing satanic. It's actually more, in fact, to do with Jesus, if I were to be exact. But it's not about that. I don't want to sidetrack. Google gives you quite a lot of answers about what angel number 666 tells you. Again, when it comes to knowing angel numbers, when it comes to being guided with angel numbers by our spiritual team, sometimes the numbers do not pertain strictly to the popular known meanings. It could very well just be your guide's way of reaching out to you with a specific set of numbers that maybe you're fond of, you like a certain number. It could be that 6 is the day you're born in. It could be that you're born in year 66. Okay, that makes you how old? I don't know. It could be that you have a particular fondness for the number 6 because it's your jersey number or something in the sports. It could be a lot of things. So sometimes, in fact, the chances of you coming by any number, okay, so this is me just giving a little... sometimes the chances of us coming across a certain number in our lives might increase because of the kind of study or work we do, or simply it's the routine that we have. And if spirit felt like that's the best way to reach out to you, because the chances of you spotting this number in trend, in sequence, it's higher, and the way they can trigger your curiosity to inquisitiveness to find out more what is like this, seeing this repeat number, what is it all about? And then sometimes it could actually just be that way your team reaches out to you in that particular frequency or language. So I'm saying for those who, like myself, love researching a lot, of course, deep diving into Google realm and getting all kinds of information thrown at you can be sometimes very we really need to be discerning about what we see. And I just want to say, as much as I do encourage my viewers to go online and research for themselves, and I'm definitely saying it from the advice of take everything with a pinch of salt. Use your own discernment when it comes to spirituality. Nothing means more than your own experience and gnosis, right? Nobody can tell you what they experience. First of all, you may listen to not just myself, but anyone say they experience so and so, this is this, that. But at the end of the day, unless you can take that as sort of like a let's just say the visualization of something that you might not know how it feels like, or seem. And then when one day you should work towards experiencing anything of spiritual encounters yourself or divine encounters yourself, because then there is the gnosis that you are, that there's divine communication with you in its own way. Anyways, long rant that I did not long start and introduction that I did not plan for today, but I just want to say, okay, so for those who are seeing 666, I have 3 piles for you today. I'm going to right now be doing the live shuffling of the 3 piles, and also, so I will show you what your significator cards are, which you can pick not just based on intuition of pile 1, 2, or 3, but also through the connection of your energy towards the images on the cards. And then later I will pick tea leaves, which those will be covered. You will not see those. And I will, of course, be revealing them during the reading. All right. So, Spirit, please. This is for the collective that's been seeing 666. Please give us 3 piles, 3 cards to signify what's the 3 different messages that you have. Just 1 card, please. 1 card, please, Spirit. Okay, 1 card. Okay, beautiful. All right. Okay, so for pile 1, your card is Daughter of Wands. Daughter of Wands looks like this. In traditional Rider-Waite deck, Daughter of Wands is Page of Wands. Pile 2, your card is Son of Swords. In traditional deck, Son of Swords is Knight of Swords. And then for pile 3, this is your card, Justice. Major Arcana card, so you have Justice. Okay, so as mentioned, based off your intuition, based off your connection with the energy of the cards, you may choose pile 1 or 2 or 3, or even cross-watch to other piles. I will have the readings all listed down in the timestamps in the description box below. Now, before I officially begin, I would like to remind everyone that this is a general collective reading, even though it's already more zoned in to those who are seeing the number 666 and further zoned in to the different 3 piles. At the end of the day, whatever message that comes through still is general to some degree, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind for others. If you prefer a more personal reading after you've seen yours and then you want to connect with me, book a personal reading for yourself, you can go to a description box below where you can find my link for booking. And also, this reading is timeless, so at whatever time you may find this video or this video finds you, then it means that it's time for you to receive the message. Last but not least, tarot is not an absolute set in stone prediction and fortune telling of your life. Thereby, do not allow tarot to give you the absolute story and outcome or whatever. If you do not resonate and you felt like this is not the story you're claiming, then of course do not. And so, yeah, it's not resolute, it's not set in stone. You have to put in the work and the way to manifest the outcome or whatever you want, right? And so, yeah, we're going to begin. I'll see you at your reading. Hi, pal number one. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen significator, Daughter of Wands, which is this card over here. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. Of course, as usual, I will be putting these decks in the links and all that in the description box below. But you can see this is, of course, not traditional, the artwork. It's a snake coil like a number 8. In fact, it's like the infinity loop symbol. And then there's a wand across. Daughter of Wands in traditional deck, also known to be Page of Wands. All right, so I have here for you some tea leaves. Let me show you what your tea leaves are. Actually, I will show you your tea leaves in... No, wait, I should show you your tea leaves now. And then I will pick out the cards to, further unravel the story and the situation you're in. You have the first one that says, Shield. You need to defend yourself. So maybe for some of you, you might be in a situation where you feel like you need to defend yourself or you should defend yourself. Maybe you're in, let's see, because Daughter of Wands, it might be that you're in a new phase of starting a project, starting a new career, perhaps, or simply starting a new journey in a new place, you're in a new country, you're growing something new. Not sure. Let's see. You have Key, successful outcome to your problem. Okay. And Bow, you are highly thought of. Okay. We'll see what these means. Okay, I will pull cards from the traditional deck to understand deeper your situation. Okay. Spirit, please give us some idea of what's the situation that we're talking about today. What's your message? Interesting. Okay, so the first card they gave is you got Ace of Swords, Five of Cups, Seven of Swords, Judgment, Ace of Cups, and Page of Swords, which is also Daughter of... Oh wait, sorry, Page of Swords, not the same. I jumped too fast. Page of Swords. Okay, nothing to do with Daughter of Wands. Okay, from the way I see here, first of all, interesting, you have yourself 2 aces. I truly believe that you are in the very early part of a new journey or discovery or project, something new that you're working on right now. You could be in a new job, you could be in a new place that you're studying at. You could have, I'm seeing, I won't say that you're overseas in a new country or anything. I do not feel that much of the energy, but I definitely feel that you are in a new environment. Yes, and this new environment could be a new job. or it could be that you have, maybe I will clarify later. I'm not going to say that there is a new partnership that you're with right now, but that could reveal itself in a while. Because I'm seeing here, while Spirit is saying, okay, we're looking at your 3 tea leaves. It says, you need to defend yourself. Successful outcome to your problems, and you're highly thought of. I think that as Daughter of Wands, you're in the energy of this newness of whether it's new project, new job, or new environment. Spirit is trying to say that there will be very strong moments of clarity or ideas that come to you in this new part of your journey. In many ways, your work, it feels like it has a lot to do with inspiration and clarity and creativity. And this is a journey that you are being put forth. It's like a co-created situation. I will say, of course, a lot of our situations in life are co-created. In fact, it's pre-planned. But if anything, this is definitely part of your phase of growth in terms of your soul evolution growth here, because you have here the Judgment card, which by the way is the only major arcana card here. You have here the Judgment card, and I see here Judgment card saying 2 things. One, it does indicate to me that this thing we're talking about right now is one of the key lessons to be learned, and that also, or at least a key step up and milestone to cross in form of in terms of your soul evolution in this life. Okay, now the other aspect of Judgment here is that it seems Spirit is trying to say that you need to ascertain the situation. You need to you need to navigate this situation, and part of the lesson is that you're navigating this situation by using your own sense of judgment. See, the thing is, you are guided with divine clarity. You're guided with divine inspiration in whatever you're doing right now. It feels like, of course, like you might feel like you are in a situation where something is not working out for you. There is the 5 of Cups. Okay, it's the energy of being disappointed. Looking at the 3 of Cups that are spilled, that are not fulfilling, not very purposeful. Or you know what? Oh, I'm hearing something. You desire change. You have not changed into a new place. Okay, it just came to me because Spirit is saying, oh, there is another situation. Okay, thank you. Okay, glad that Spirit was reminding me. We have more than one situation here. We are talking about more than one person going through something. Of course, there's so many of you watching it. While some, okay, I'm going to say this again. While some are going through a situation where you are in a new place right now, you might feel like there's some opposition. You might feel like some things are not working out the way you want, because here we still have the 5 of Cups, okay? And you maybe felt like you have to navigate your environment in a much more strategic way. So there is definitely the sense of wanting to defend yourself from any maybe sneaky stuff going through your energies. And I think Spirit is trying to say you have to apply your own sense of judgment and rely on your intuition, which also is gifted and guiding you right now at this phase of your life. Okay, last, of course, not least, you have yourself the Page of Swords, which indicates that there is a lot of energy that you have, and much of the energy that you do have to navigate this situation comes from divine clarity and messages that are coming through to you, as long as you keep your channels clear. Now, this is for those who are already in that new environment and trying to navigate that new environment. For those who desire a new environment, okay, let's not forget, we have Daughter of Wands. It's still the situation of, you, like I said, you might have already walked into that situation, or you are desiring that situation. Interestingly, I see Daughter of Wands, which is a snake coiled around this wand. Snake knowing, like, snake shed its skin. And in fact, I do not know, okay, don't come for me. I do not know how many rounds of skin shedding, of molting a snake goes through in its life, but it's always a very energy consuming process. but it goes on, right? It doesn't stop. It's not one time. It's quite a lot in its entire lifetime. And every time it does it, like whatever, it's a very tiring process. It's a very energy consuming process. And a snake has to go into like hiding when it's shedding skin because it's vulnerable. But once it comes out on the other side, it's all shiny and new and beautiful. And in conjunction with the infinity sign that I see here, I feel so much like, I know this is not the Ouroboros, but those who don't know what the Ouroboros is the world snake in Nordic mythology. In fact, in a lot of mythology, they have their own Ouroboros, but most commonly known in Nordic mythology, you have the snake biting its own tail. It just means the beginning and the end. It's a cycle, the alpha and the omega. Like there is a cyclical nature. Okay, so I feel like for those who desire a new environment, you're in that energy of shedding old skin, wanting to move into a new phase of your life. And yeah, so for you, then there is clearly something in your current environment that you do not enjoy, that is disappointing you, but Spirit is saying you have divine clarity guiding you and divine intuition. You have these two aces, right? You see the two hands? It is that point in your life where clearly there are some level of thoughts and inspiration coming to you to show you that your cup needs to be full. You need to be creative, you need to be inspired, and your cup needs to be full to find purpose and fulfillment in whatever you do. And I believe that you are in the energy of wondering, is life all there is? The 3 spilled cups. But Spirit is saying, no, look behind you. You still have 2 cups. Maybe focus your energy and look at what these 2 cups are, and perhaps that would help you find a better, smarter way to move ahead. Okay? You see, it's a very interesting picture here as well. As much as this person is looking at the 3 spilled cups and not looking at the 2 that are still behind him, okay? And that there is a river up ahead, so he's not running dry of water. And in tarot, in our spiritual perspective, water is intuition, it's emotions, it's the connection with the divine and within yourself, all right, your consciousness, and it is overflowing. Spirit is saying you have it. We are here to help you. You have the Ace of Cups. You are in that phase where you are opening up your channel of communication with us. In terms of understanding where your fulfillment resides. So the cups are there, do not forget. And look at this person. He's holding 5 swords and leaving 2 behind in 7 of swords. In some people will say, oh, this looks like a sneaky situation. Perhaps, in the other situation where if you are that person who is trying to navigate in an environment where you feel like you might have to defend yourself because it's a new environment, or like there are people opposing you and things like that. But for those of you who wish to step into a new environment, you might find yourself in a bit of a 7 of Swords situation. So maybe many kinds of great various kinds of contradictory thoughts, or like intention to move, like you are overwhelmed by ideas. Perhaps you're overwhelmed by, how we often have yes, but, that yes, maybe, but, or I could have, I should have, but it usually is like that. We would think of possibilities, and then we would almost quite immediately also shut it down. Yeah, if you are the sort that tends to be very much in the head and overthink, you can be the very person that puts yourself in a 7 of Swords situation where you are carrying 5, not forgetting you are carrying 5, which is a lot already, and you're still looking backwards at the other 2 that are standing there. I see a person like, okay, I'll come back and get those other 2. Let's take these 5 and then go stash them somewhere, and then I'll come back and get the other 2. It's sort of like you're not willing to let go of certain ideas, perhaps. You're over encumbered with ideas already. You are trying to move. You cannot move smoothly without accident to the new zone, the new place that you seek. If you you have so much with you and you're still like, okay, I'm gonna get the other 2, okay? I'm coming back for you guys. So I see this situation happening for you. If you want to move into a new place, Spirit is saying, use your better sense of judgment and see for yourself what you need to do in order to move yourself into a better place, right? And again, but when I say move into a better place, it can pertain to so many situations. So take it how it resonates. It could be you wanting to quit the current job, going to a new one. It could be you wanting to move to another country because the prospects elsewhere are better. It could be you wanting to even move into a different relationship. But I'm not seeing too much of relationship related matters here. It could be, I'm not cutting that out, because it says here on the tea leaf, you are highly thought of. Again, highly thought of could be somebody at work highly thinks of you, somebody who is a supervisor or your boss highly thinks of you, somebody who is a headhunter highly thinks of you, or somebody who is dating you highly thinks of you. So okay, it can be so many different things. Right? You see for yourself that basically Spirit is saying, use your better sense of judgment. You are currently in a phase of your life, which is major, where you're being tested on how you set boundaries and make judgments for yourself. Yeah. And the boundaries is not like just set to not have other people cross you. You need to set boundaries with yourself. Are you thinking too much in terms of negative thoughts? Are you causing your own thoughts to hold you back, debilitate you in movements, hinder you in your movements? Are you causing your own sense of lack and disbelief to just constantly regret over what has spilled and forget that you still have something going on for you, right? And I think Spirit is saying, use your better judgments to bring you into a place of clarity and movement. You can't be excited about your next move unless you get through this phase. And this phase is, you have to get through this phase. Now I am going to pull some clarifiers to see what Spirit has to say with regards to, okay, the 5 of Cups. Let's see. Okay, interesting. Okay, Spirit. Okay, so I asked about the 5 of Cups. I'm asking Spirit, what is this whole 5 of Cups about? Spirit says, clearly some past trauma and pain is haunting you. Something that you might not have fully healed on. You wish to let it go, but you see, the way our world works, the way our life works is that when we are put through any kind of challenges, okay, the crucible of life cooks us under the fire. Whenever we are in any sort of that situation, especially those, we start to vacillate between choices. We start to think to ourselves, should I not? Do I not? And of course, it's very human, okay? But whenever that happens, it also opens up a lot of parallel realities, because you're fragmented. Your mental choices, your will, your spirit, the entire conference going on inside you on what choice to take, whichever choices to take. And it's causing a fragmentation in the parallel realities, which means that more and more parallel realities definitely do open whenever that situation occurs. And of course, depending on how far you have gone in life, I'm sure many of those instances pop up. Now, I see this as a person who has nightmares. Nightmares of recurring dreams, perhaps. And what are nightmares with recurring dreams? It actually is a form of the parallel realities, and some people know it as a multiverse, but it actually is the parallel realities have energies crossing over when your soul goes on astral travels and witness some of the other things that can occur, or potentials of how things can occur in the other realities. Which said, it often fetches a very confusing storyline that could be somewhat similar or synchronized a little to our current reality, or vastly different. Okay, really, really depends on where you're at in terms of you coming to that phase of realization. But I've gone on this long tangent about recurring nightmares. I just want to show you guys that this gives me the energy of a person with recurring nightmares. And it's actually because of that, because it's accompanied by the moon card. In the deep recesses of your inner psyche, the unknown, the intuition, the shadow self, the inner psyche, the moon card refers to all these aspects of you. When moon card comes out and coupled with this nine of swords, that usually means that a person is trying to shake off, navigate, heal from some kind of recurring nightmare, some kind of recurring trauma, trigger perhaps. Basically a form of memory, okay? A very traumatic and sad, painful memory. It really amplifies the effects of what the moon can bring out in you, which is fear, the feeling of anxiety and lack, the feeling, all the lower vibrational energies that signifies a person is definitely having to go through a lot of healing, right? So healing aside, this is identified spirit is saying that you might be having a situation like this where there is some kind of past, some kind of history, some kind of anxiety that is being raked up, is being dredged up over and over again, thus putting you in a state of 5 of Cups, being unable to see what's good and only focusing on what's bad. Focusing on the spilled cups, focusing on what did not work out, focusing on regrets. Again, this could be you having had some very disappointing moments in a relationship, in a work environment, in your pursuit of something, could be your own business, could be a project, could be a partnership even. But Spirit is saying you are focusing a lot on how it did not fulfill you. Why not start looking at what else fulfills you that you still have, which is your 2 of Cups? If you constantly allow yourself to think of the past and how it hurt you, okay, maybe you are giving yourself the recurring nightmares. If you keep thinking of the past and how it hurt you and you don't want to get over it, I know, don't get me wrong, when I say don't want to, I'm not saying you love to hold on to it, but trust me, our will works for us and against us. That could be a part of your will, your shadow self, your ego self, still holding on to certain past narratives and memories which you cause upon yourself this anxiety, this sense of fear and unknown. Okay? Spirit is saying, again, you have a lot of swords here, by the way, but more good swords than not so positive swords. Not only do you have your Ace of Swords, which is divine guidance and clarity, see what you have? You have the King of Swords. This is the ultimate clarity. This King of Swords, he is confident, he knows what he wants, he knows where his place is, he is the king of the realms, he governs, so he has to be strict and he has to be clear. He has to know what he's doing. The King of Swords is the most, let's just say, I will say that the King of Swords feels like the most divinely guided individual in the whole tarot, because divine clarity, rather, okay, not divine guidance, but feels like the most the person with the most amount of divine clarity, meaning I see a person who has very strong crown and third eye chakra, a person who is, you might even be, you might not realize maybe, but you might actually be a person who has the psychic ability of claircognizant, meaning you just know. Have you ever felt moments in your life where you just seem to know things? And then you wonder to yourself, how is it that I just know with that level of confidence, but yet nobody has told you anything of that sort? Anyways, I know that feeling because I'm claircognizant, so I just want to share. You could even be claircognizant. You could be a person who actually, if you quiet your mind down enough, you might be able to channel through very clear messages from the divine to guide you. And I feel very strongly that Spirit is trying to encourage you to tap into that ability that you have. Because I'm seeing also Ace of Cups here. I feel like they are trying to say you're a person who is gifted with these abilities, and you might think that you're in a crunch right now, not knowing what to do, not feeling fulfilled or happy because you have yourself a situation on your hand. But the situation on hand is the small matter. The big matter here is you have a chance to connect and tap into this divine conversation with Spirit. And in order to do that, you must first release the ego, which is to let go of whatever past narrative, ideals, ideas, perceptions of things, perhaps, that causes the recurring hurt and pain of giving you this moon energy, this anxiety and fear and sense of like unknowingness. Yeah, I am also going to pull some clarity for this Seven of Swords. Spirit, can you please guide us on this Seven of Swords? Yeah, okay, I don't think I want to. Seven of Swords. Remember what I said to you guys? You're doing too much. You have your 5 in your hand and you're still looking at 2 more. Are you wanting to take with you too much? Actually, this goes hand in hand with the Nine of Swords, which I say that you just want to hang on to some old things that you shouldn't be holding on to anymore. See? You got yourself 2 of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, it's time to assess, what are you juggling? What are you putting into priority? And what are you... this actually is also an infinity loop. I see now. Spirit is saying, if you want to start something new, you have to realize, what are you putting in priority and juggling? I want to know what Spirit is saying here. Are they saying you should or you shouldn't? Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, I think they're saying you shouldn't. You have yourself an infinity loop here, where you are juggling 2 pentacles. Maybe, yes, interesting. You might think that there are 2 very important things that you just can't let go of, and you just have to weigh the odds out every now and then and see which one you give emphasis on. But yeah, you're still holding on to the 2 pentacles. Perhaps it is a form of competition that you are going through with somebody or someone or some people. Perhaps. Okay, but I think when we are talking about Spirit saying you're in this situation, but you have a 7 of Swords here, I'm feeling that they are saying, if you're facing competition and you're juggling 2 pentacles, it might be time for you to look at which one is the one that is more important and you can give more resources and your attention to. Again, we want to work for ourselves and not against ourselves. If you even think like, actually it's a very interesting subject. competition is a very interesting subject because if you're truly aligned with you knowing what you're good for, and competition is from the perception of the one who wants to compete. Probably, I will say it this way, right? If you do not wish to compete and you do not wish to entertain the competition, be yourself, do your thing. But competition is normally felt, taken, and expressed from the position of the one who intends it. So I think Spirit is trying to say, don't worry, you're okay. You don't have to worry so much and take so much of that painful memory with you. If you felt like you're up against some people, just so you know, you're handling it well. Okay, you have your pentacles, you're handling it well, you're juggling it. But just so you know, you're also in an energy of juggling something. It's a very heavy a roller coaster kind of energy. And you have to take care of yourself first. I will not forget that you constantly have this major arcana card here, which is judgment. I want to know what Spirit wants you to have better judgment of. Yeah, okay, now and clear. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Spirit wants you to focus on the pentacle that matters. They have offered it to you. Perhaps in the coming days, they're going to make it more obvious for you. Okay? But they're saying out of the two pentacles you're juggling, out of the two situations, two priorities, maybe two choices that you're juggling, there is one clear one that you can focus on. And with that focus, it will be able to put you on a path forward to be more to have the energy, the fire, and the drive, and perhaps even have the charisma. Not forgetting Queen of Wands is the Queen of Charisma. To have the charisma to meet the right people who will help open the right doors. Right? I think this goes quite hand in hand with possibly down the road, someone will be thinking highly of you. There is a chance there. See successful outcome to your problems. There is a key here. Okay? Yeah, focus. Okay. Yeah, so amazing. I think this definitely is Spirit giving you a very clear answer here. You are juggling, yeah. Make better judgments. It will come to you soon. You have 3 aces already here, by the way. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, and now Ace of Pentacles. It's raining aces for you. I mean, it's raining aces for you. To bring you into this Queen of Wands energy. And you actually have here the Devil, but I think Devil says 2 things here. One is, again, to remind you not to chain yourself up to some beliefs, not to be limiting yourself. It could be obsessive thoughts. Okay, there's take it how it resonates. For some of you, this could be Spirit saying you have obsessive thoughts, obsessive behavior in terms of the way you think. It's time you allow yourself to unchain yourself, to walk away from this Devil energy. Whereas if you were to pair it more closely together with the Queen of Wands, I think Spirit is trying to say that there simply is a strong Capricornian energy here, whereby you become much more enterprising, much more daring in terms of taking moves ahead. Like the Queen here, who is charismatic with the sunflower, she also has that energy of I won't say capricious, but it does feel a little bit capricious. Like she is daring to like push beyond the boundaries, like intrigue people a little bit more with what she wants to do. Sort of like the change maker, the chain breaker kind of yeah. The Queen of Wands is the change maker, the chain breaker kind of energy. Absolutely. Interesting. Okay. Last but not least, is there anything else we want clarity from Spirit? Okay, you know what? We will pull right now 1 oracle card from Spirit, from this Moonology oracle cards, and see what other messages Spirit has for you. One card, please. 1 card, please, Spirit. Beautiful. You are very close to achieving your goals. Okay, I'm going to read this out from the book. Okay. The word gibbous means bulging. Yeah, we have the gibbous moon here. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want. Though you are certainly right on track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense. So don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to this situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. Additional meanings for the card. Now is a good time to review your plans. Yeah, you saw that juggle of, you have your Seven of Swords. Spirit is saying you're juggling a few things or two things, and you should choose which one is priority to you. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. Okay, the teaching here. The gibbous moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging because she's almost a full moon. So nearly fully rounded. It's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such, tends to be a rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. Interesting. So, I think this is all I have for you today, and this is the guidance and message that Spirit has for you pertaining to your situation or situations. So this is for pile 1. If you feel like cross-watching, you can find pile 2 and pile 3 in the timestamp below. You can navigate to those piles. And also, again, this is a general reading. If you want a more targeted reading for yourself, personally, you can find me and my booking link in the description box below to book a personal reading. Please follow, like, and subscribe to my channel for more of such videos to come in the future. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye! Hi! For those who have chosen pile 2, this is your reading. You have chosen this card, Son of Swords, which in traditional decks is also known as Knight of Swords. And there's an owl here. Maybe some of you have been seeing owls or have started to see owls. So we'll find out. I'm going to show you now the three tea leaves that I've picked out for you, and then I'll move on to getting the traditional Rider-Waite deck for telling the situation or story that you're in for a better idea of what you're going through, and so we can understand the energies. Okay, you have here also, coincidentally, Shield, which is you need to defend yourself, a card that was also picked in Pile 1. So for those who are just watching Pile 2 right now, you might want to watch Pile 1. I'm not sure if the situation might be similar. But yeah, this card showed up in Pile 1. Right. And you have Head. You will be playing a different role. And you have Grapes. It's time to go out and have some fun. Okay. We'll see what these three cards mean. Right. Spirit, please give us some understanding of the situation or situations that Pile 2 are going through that we need to understand. What messages do you have for them? It feels like this is quite a lot of different situations. Give me a moment, please. I would. Let me have a look here. I can't help but feel like Spirit is saying you need to take a break. There is like this overarching theme of you need to go on a holiday. Very interesting. So this might be one message for some people, or this might be several messages for one person, or this might be several messages for several people. So please take how this resonates, because I'm seeing like a few things are coming out, but eventually it boils down to go and have a holiday. Right. Sun of Swords. Usually Sun of Swords, Knight of Swords is the energy of knowing exactly what you want to do. You already have the plan. You already have received the assignment, and you're just go, go, go. You're just charging at the wherever you're charging towards. It's go time. It's I'm not holding back. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm very confident. Sometimes people might say that looks a little bit more like impulsive, but more often than not, it's a state of I'm confident. I'm going for what I want. I'm charging right ahead. There's strength. There's boldness. There's courage. There's all that energy involved in Knight of Swords, Sun of Swords. Okay, and I think Spirit is saying. Actually, interestingly, what I feel Spirit is saying is, in order to have the energy to fight, you must take a rest. You must take breaks. Okay? Because right after, okay, I'm sorry, I did not show you your cards just now. Actually, I got you Four of Swords here. You have Five of Wands, Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, and Knight of Cups. Okay, so I'm thinking what Spirit is saying is that right now you might have been charging, you might have been fighting, you might have been going for a period of time now. Maybe it's because you're trying to gear yourself up in a state of defense towards something. Because I see here shield, you need to defend yourself. It constantly feels like there is this like energy of I am protecting myself, I'm protecting what is mine. Because Son of Swords is that kind of energy where you charge at something with a sword, with an idea, right? You have an idea, you charge at something or someone, and you face it bravely because you're so sure of it. And I think in conjunction with what we see here in the tea leaves is that maybe it's being done out of defense. It's done out of self-defense, or at least a perceived level of self-defense. And Spirit, in fact, interesting, they say you're playing a role, you're playing a different role with a hat here. It somehow feels like Spirit is saying, when you do this, you are not being truly yourself. It's because you have to go into a place of self-defense. The real you is not fond of this fight. And okay, look, I think this is a very interesting topic. Just a little segue. Some people enjoy the fight, if you know what I mean. Some people are more dominant in nature. You know, they're one or few aspects of them puts them in a place whereby they are more fiery, they're more dominant, maybe they are also more impulsive perhaps, but also they love the fight. Okay, we're talking about mercurial, Aries kind of energy. It's I know what I want, I speak my truth, I speak this is my what I want to say, and I go out and put it in your face kind of energy. Some people love it. But some people actually don't. Some people are much more flowing with whatever comes, whatever goes. Some people are even shy to show, which I'm not saying there's no good or bad here. It simply is a matter of archetypes and character traits based out of our charts. But again, when I think Spirit is saying is that you've been in charging, you've been in fighting and going mode. And it's because you're trying to defend yourself from a situation. And that is you playing a different kind of side of you. This could be this could be a side of you that you never knew. Or maybe you deliberately put yourself in the energy of being something or someone different because you are simply having to take up that place of protection, of defense, right? And I think Spirit is saying the real you truly desires to lay the swords down and rest. Because all that competition, you will get very tired and you do not need to. It is a competition that you're facing. What you desire and what you should have is rest. Which is why I say from the get-go, I constantly felt like Spirit is saying you need a break. See? Ultimately, you will and you want to receive joy and fulfillment, and you do not want to have to fight. But you are currently in a state of needing to put up some level of defense. But this defense is not a defense that is the true you. And I'm seeing it even more acutely now. If it's the true you, bright as day, you will not be wearing you will not be wearing a blindfold. You would be much more in the, if you know what you're fighting for, right? You will be much more open about the fight. But sometimes we are unsure to what degree we are putting up that fight and why are we fighting for. Which very much feels like a Two of Swords energy here. Ultimately, Spirit says that, of course, it is the ultimate fulfillment and emotional pursuits. See, the energy of Knight of Cups is so much more gentler compared to Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, if I can show you the traditional card. Let's see if I can find that in the deck now. I just want to give you like the contrast of that energy, just to give you an idea. Spirit likes to do this to me. Ah, there you are. See, the traditional card of Knight of Swords is that he's charging. There's so much movement. He's leaping, in fact. I feel like he's leaping across a cliff or a ravine of some sort, right? It feels like he's leaping forward. Whereas Knight of Cups is slow, steady, not spilling the water in the cup even. Slow, the horse is in a trot, as you can see, about to cross a river here. And the knight has a cup, probably full of water that is not about to spill. This feels very leisurely, which is the reason why the moment the card showed up, I was like, oh, you need a holiday. Okay, that is, of course, one very gentle way, or that's very one overarching way of saying this, is that you need a holiday. Maybe Spirit is saying your heart needs a break. You need a rest. You certainly need a rest, but your mind needs the rest. And your heart, your soul, your spirit needs a break. Have you been fighting very hard against something? Let's see. I'm going to get some other cards from the deck to clarify. Spirit, please clarify. What is this Five of Wands situation? Right. Okay, so I'm seeing here, I'm asking Spirit, what is the Five of Wands situation? Because it's some level of competition and some kind of fight you're up against. So I just want to know, what is this fight? And they're showing me that you come from a place of idealism, perhaps, or innocence. Let's just say from a good place, from a good, gentle place. This is you. This is very strongly your energy. You have good intentions. You have gentle intentions. You perhaps have some new ideas that you shared with someone. And it's because you are trying to create some level of agreement or collaboration, or you're presenting ideas to somebody, but you're up against a person who is more domineering in nature, which then puts you in a space of, should I defend myself now? Or maybe this could even be a situation of you being in a workplace and you have somebody who is in hierarchy above you at work, somebody who is more in control of the entirety of things, and you are in a way trying to be, I would say that you're trying to show your good side, you're trying to show your capable side or your creative side to this person, but it's not being taken very positively. Maybe that person has some other agenda or feelings or issue that is not really, I see this King of Pentacles. Maybe this King of Pentacles refers to the person not being willing to let go of that power. This is only one situation. I even sense another energy, and the other energy is one whereby you are not facing someone, but rather you're facing a situation where you feel like you have to defend the situation. I'm seeing another situation here whereby you are a person who actually has to create more security in your world, in your situation now. You have a new plan, a new idea. Perhaps you have just freshly pursued a new relationship or project. Okay, let's not forget, it could be a relationship thing. You might have just recently pursued a new relationship. You have just bet your heart to someone, and that person might be very domineering and is starting to put you in a state of like defense. Like, oh, have I given too much now? Have I surrendered too much of my power? It's quite interesting that Spirit has given me these answers. Whatever it is, what they are advising is that it is an energy that you have to transmute. It is something you need to let time play it out slowly. At the same time, whatever comes, you need to be graceful in terms of taking whatever comes and then letting it's transmuting. You have to alchemize that energy. And how best to do it besides, you see, in the energetic alchemical lab, okay, of alchemizing challenges and feelings and shadows, what really matters is looking at the ingredient in the eye and truly understanding its properties for what it is. And before you work on it, you cannot work on it blind. You need to work on it with being able to identify what that ingredient is. Whether you are going through a situation where you're being challenged by somebody. So the somebody has that character traits and all that stuff. And why is it that the traits are being processed and being projected that way? That's the ingredient that is being thrown at you. You need to look it in the eye and truly understand it for what it is. Now, another aspect could be if you are up against yourself in terms of trying very badly to bring an idea to fruition, or like you might have created a very idealistic scenario for yourself whereby you felt now that there is a bit of a struggle that you're going through, then you need to look at it and realize for yourself, what is the ingredient at hand that I'm being dealt with? Like, maybe my idealism, my overcommitment in something has put me in this situation. And what causes this overcommitment? What causes this idealism? What is the essence of this feeling and character being portrayed here? That is the ingredient that you're being presented with. We have to look these ingredients and compounds or whatever raw in the eye and understand its properties before we can take it and take the inner strength. Now, the inner strength is the other element that you have in your energetic alchemical lab as an alchemist. The inner strength, the inner belief, your inner power and magic, excuse me, is what is the other ingredient that you possess, that you work together with the other ingredient that's being presented, the external ingredient. So the internal ingredient is from you, the external ingredient is from external situations. And it's through your own will and power that you alchemize this, thus bringing out the outcome. Okay? And in itself, there is a lot of wisdom that you are building. It's time. I think Spirit is saying this entire thing that you're going through is a test of your ability to alchemize a situation and grow wiser. Even, let's not forget, I did come in with the advice that, you might want to take a holiday. Even conceding defeat in whatever situation you are in, whether it's up against someone, up against a situation, or up against, a group of people. It's not about thinking whether you're right or you're wrong. Sometimes conceding conceding defeat and letting go and letting things play out, taking your own quiet time to meditate on what happened, and then alchemizing that challenge can bring us into a space where we become wiser. And all this sometimes can be done when you actually put down that sword, stop fighting, and take a break. Instead of holding a sword in your hand, like the Knight of Swords, and charging forward, perhaps not thinking too much, it's time you take your cup and very gently lead yourself across the river and across the mountains. Maybe beyond the mountains is something else that you will find or you'll see. Interestingly, at the bottom of the deck, we have, I don't normally do the bottom deck thing, but sometimes when I hold the deck in my hand and it shows itself to me, I felt like that spirit trying to say something. Bottom of the deck, you have 5 of Swords. Literally, spirit saying, your own thoughts are challenging you. Your own mind is getting the better of you. I think this is the message, but I will pull one card from the Oracle deck, the Moonology Oracle, and see what else Spirit has to say. One card, please. One card, please, Spirit. One card, please. New moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. Now let's see what they say. Okay. This card speaks of dreams and romance, of soulmates and poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being a total altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you had before, and that's what you're expecting. However, if you are onto a good thing, then wish hard, because the words of your soul and your heart could help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet and watery, then that's Pisces for you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces card can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic won't work now. I think this Knight of Cups says a lot. If you are in the energy of pursuing somebody or a situation, I'm not going to say this is absolutely to do with romance, but it says that this card speaks of dreams and romance. So it could even be you pursuing the dream job, the dream life, the dream relationship, yeah, then that's why you are searching a soulmate. But this is Knight of Cups pursuing the dream. Don't use logic, because that is the Knight of... Did I say Knight of Swords just now? Okay, again, logic would be you as Knight of Swords, charging forward with the idea and the logic. And that puts you in a mental pickle. They're saying give your thinking a break. Give that logic aspect of you a break, because logic's not going to fetch you any answers, right? You're at a crossroads now. Instead, for ultimate happiness and fulfillment, you need to hold that cup and search for the dream that you're searching for. Search for the meaning and the purpose of that dream you're searching for. Time to go out and have some fun. with a bunch of grapes here, they say. Face your fears, they may be holding you back. This situation is being healed. It's time to surrender to the divine. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. The teachings here. Pisces is the sign of reveries and mysteries, or depths of emotion, idealism, and hopeless romantics. It is the sign of water and the unconscious. Its energy is deep, like watery depths. The new moon in Pisces indicates a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions reign free. Free reign. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow. And only you know if that's the case or not. Okay. So I think this is all I have for you today. This is a message from Spirit to you. If you find that this resonates, please leave in the comment section below. Any kind of conversation would be welcomed. If you want a more personal reading, could be expanded for what we see here today, or entirely a separate question that pertains to you and your life right now, please find the link in the description box below to book me for a personal reading. Finally, please like, follow, and subscribe for more of this sort of videos in the future. And thank you for being here. I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Okay. All right. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. This is for you who has picked Pile 3 intuitively, as well as based off the energy of this Justice card. What a beautiful card. In a traditional deck, you have Justice holding a sword. It's the Lady of Justice holding a sword. But in this, you have, I think they are cats, yeah. One black cat and one white cat, and the Sword of Justice. And a crystal, I think, to express clarity. Okay, let's see. I have picked out for you 3 tea leaves. 1, you have dog, protection from a powerful friend. Flag, don't be tempted to lower your standards. Oh, this is getting interesting. And rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. All right, let's see where this takes us. I'm going to be pulling cards from the traditional Rider-Waite deck to bring out a storyline and a situation to understand the energies of what you're going through. Spirit, please give us an understanding of what we're looking at and the message that you have for Pile 3. Okay, I don't know if this is indeed, but maybe some people in pile 2, I mean, if you're watching this now, just pile 3, and if you think that there are, if you're drawn to pile 2 also, you might want to, because there might be a similar theme somewhere. Okay, never mind. It really depends. We'll see what rolls out. We'll see how strong the energies are in terms of relevance. Okay, so you have Queen of Swords, 8 of Cups, the Tower, Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. It's actually interesting because, at least from the way I'm looking at it right now, I could see a very clear picture. There literally is one thing being said right here. You know what's cool is that while you have the Justice, where it's one black and one white cat, because, like, remember I said just now, the traditional card is Lady Justice with her sword and the scale. You know, in traditional tarot, Queen of Swords is almost seen to be in a very similar energy, or could be perceived to also be Lady Justice herself, Queen of Swords, because she's also holding a sword like Lady Justice, and it points to the sky. It shows that this is clear answers, clear decisions that is divinely guided. Knowing what to do, knowing boundaries, knowing where to set your standards, knowing what is good and what is not good for yourself, what's right, what's wrong, protecting not just for yourself but also your realm. As Queen of Swords, clarity, basically, absolute clarity and decision is the personification as Queen of Swords. It's a very no-nonsense kind of energy. But then again, she's also a queen, so she's nurturing. Not only is she holding a sword up to say that if you cross me, I'll cut you, but here, I'm offering you a hand to say that I do care about how you feel. Very interesting that you have this card twice. Interestingly, I don't think you are now being portrayed as the Queen of Swords. I think what Spirit is trying to tell you is somebody in your life is the Queen of Swords. Because you have here protection from a powerful friend. It could be somebody who is a friend or somebody who's very dear and close to you is the Justice kind of energy. Maybe that person has a very strong set of, maybe, okay, I feel like the message is quite clear here. The person is very strong and level-headed and clear in perception of when things are not right, when things are of wrong values. I sense that the Justice here and this Queen of Swords is somebody in your life who is able to give you that kind of support. And I'm not saying that you cannot make judgments for yourself. I'm not saying that you're altogether incapable of it. But sometimes, and I think you might agree with me, is that we often get a little bit too sidetracked, distracted. Our eyes have rose-tinted glasses on, perhaps, or somebody has pulled the wool over our eyes, and we may not be able to perceive clearly simply because there is biasness, there's prejudice, there is favor, you know, all thrown in a mix. And I think what Spirit is trying to say here is you might be in a situation where you can't see things clearly for what they are, and balance is required. Now somebody is going to bring that balance back in, and that is somebody in your life who is this very Queen of Swords energy. See, what comes after Queen of Swords is the Eight of Cups. It's literally saying you need to walk away from something. There's something that does not serve you. There's something that does not serve you emotionally. There's something that does not serve you on the fulfillment level, soul fulfillment level, that you need to walk away from. Yeah. Which is a very Tower moment that you're going through right now. There are no other major arcana cards except for this one. Again, pile 1 was like that as well. There are no major arcana cards except for one, and that was the strongest message for them and the takeaway. Was that pile 2 or pile 1? I think that was pile 1. Yeah. Anyways, you might want to check it out. You have only one, and that's the Tower card. And I know that a lot of people who, if you are, of course, the Justice card, by the way, is also major arcana. So I'm saying that in accordance to your Tower card, which is major arcana, Spirit is saying that yes, this is a big shakeup in your life right now, but it means that it literally is requiring you to take stock of what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad for yourself, and bring things back to balance. I'm not saying that you need to execute justice. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not suggesting that you rain karma on someone in your own way. No, because that will mess your own karma up. So please don't do that. But you can take action in order to bring yourself back to a place of fairness, back to a place where the energy is more in balance. Right now, there is disbalance, clearly. Things comes crashing down. You are being brought down from the tower for a good reason, because maybe, just maybe, while in the tower, metaphorically speaking, your head might have been in the clouds, and Spirit is saying the universe is bringing down this tower on you because it's a way for you to take stock of the balance or the disbalance in your life. Now, how to do it? Maybe it's you, maybe it's not. I'm seeing strongly, however, that there is a person in your life who is this Queen of Swords. The level-headed decision maker who does not let feelings cloud their judgment. Maybe if your head is in the clouds because you are in that place where we can't help it, you can't help it, then rely on external people who loves you and whom you love, that you can trust. Rely on their guidance, rely on them helping you navigate through this maybe difficult to face period of your life. You have here one of the tea leaves that says, do not be tempted to lower your standards, with a flag. And then, of course, rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Now, I'm not going to say that this is the actual message for everybody. This might pertain to a rare few of you. This might be 2 messages for a few of you, or like 2 messages for one person, So take whatever, in your own mind and your subconscious, if this is your story. I see here Page of Pentacles. Right, interestingly, Page of Pentacles is being sandwiched by Knight of Wands, and Page of Pentacles has here on this side Knight of Cups. What I think Spirit is trying to say is, if you're the Knight of Pentacles, you are in pursuit of the ultimate abundance. Now, abundance in Pentacles can mean so many things. It could mean money, it could mean whatever that is 3-dimensional and based in reality. We're talking about it could be wealth, it could be health, it could be relationship, it could be the outcome of whatever brings you abundance and happiness. We're talking about the fullness in life, the richness in life. If you are the Page of Pentacles in a new journey to pursue this, okay, you are the page. It's still young, it's still early days. You're perhaps in the new journey, in an early phase of something, in pursuit of something. You want results on something. Again, take whatever resonates. This could be you in a job. This could be you in a relationship. Early days in a new job. It could be early days in a new dating situation or a new relationship that's maybe you are thinking whether to actually fully commit on. Interesting that Spirit puts the Knight of Wands behind you while your page is looking away from the Knight of Wands. I think Spirit is saying, do not be impulsive. Do not let passion and fire be the lead. your page will grow into a knight. Because what comes after the knight is the queen, then the king. There is a progression here in whatever evolution of that small phase. This is a minor arcana. So it's a small phase of your life. It's not a long phase. It's not the entirety of your life's meaning and journey, but it's a small part and it still matters. And what I feel Spirit is saying here is, if you want your page of pentacles, in pursuit of that pentacles, to move and elevate into the knight energy, then let your Knight of Cups be the guide. Let your Knight of Cups be the one that leads the way. Look, there is always going to be passion, impulse, fire, excitement in any new endeavor. But if I can see very clearly, just intuitively speaking, imagery speaking, the energies of the page looking towards the Knight of Cups and away from the Knight of Wands says a lot. Spirit says, you can have that, you might possess that Knight of Wands energy where you are more impulsive, more willing to charge towards the excitement of something new. Knight of Wands is that kind of energy. Maybe also a little bit overzealous, overexcited. And Spirit said, play the long game. Play the slow, long game. And how best to do it besides using your feelings and intuition as a guide, right? Now I'm going to get some clarifiers to see what else they have to say. Maybe let's find out who this King of Swords is. Spirit, please clarify. Oh yeah. I think it really is an external party. Spirit is saying Queen of Swords. These two came out in reverse. Spirit is saying Queen of Swords is the person whom, when you are feeling, actually, yeah, in reverse. When you are feeling unsure and you are shrouded in anxiety, okay, somebody wants to help take you out of this energy. Why am I saying somebody? Because you actually got the Four of Cups in reverse. Now look, if it's upright, the guy is looking at 3 cups, looking like, oh, you know, I'm so dissatisfied with these 3. And then the divine hand comes in with the 1 cup and says, hey, check this out. I will help answer your questions. I will give you the answer to why you're so unhappy. But you got the reverse, meaning somebody, or the divine again, is trying to speak through somebody to help lead you, give you much more clarity towards what's the thing that you're unsatisfied and unhappy about. Like the kind of answer is being presented to you, but this is you not wanting to take it. This is the energy of you not wanting to walk into this energy and receive it. And I think this really says for itself that this Queen of Swords could very well be somebody in your area, of your, like, you know, close circle, somebody who cares a lot about you and wants to protect you. But you are maybe not receptive. Now, perhaps you're not receptive because you're overwhelmed by looking at the 3 cups that are not working out for you over here, or like it's just boredom, okay? You are like, okay, I'm not happy. I would say you are not, I'm not saying that you are totally regretful of the 3 cups. This is not 5 of Cups. This is 4 of Cups after all. But let's not turn this into a 5 of Cups energy. Let's say that you are still looking at those 3 cups that are not working out and the divine hand is showing you the 1 cup. You have to really look up and see for yourself that, hey, there is a way to resolve this. There is a way to get an answer from this. I just have to look away. Stop being obsessive. Look away from what those other things are not pleasing me or I'm not happy about. Sure, there are things you're not happy about. Why else will you be having a tower moment here? But just immersing yourself in unhappiness is not going to work. You have to take a step back, clear. Maybe it's funky, the energy around you, maybe. You have to go clear your energy. Take some relaxing walks in the park. Take a breather, put some essential oils, meditate at home a little. If you don't like meditation, it's okay. Even if you just like to lie down and close your eyes, listen to some soothing music, clear that funky energy, stop thinking about what you're sad or unhappy about, stop looking at what's not working out for you, and maybe, just maybe, when people around you or when the spirit tries to speak to you and present you with clarity and answers, you'll be able to see. Because these clarity and answers are not things that you can get just by constantly obsessing over the tower moment. The tower moment is existing as is. It's going to be here to stay until the whole thing is resolved. Now, whether you walk away and out of the tower moment is your choice, right? Thus, Eight of Cups. Whether you walk away from it is your choice. A lot of things are always our choice. Very seldom are things not within our choice. As mentioned in one of the earlier read, I think it's part 1, a lot of things that are unfolding for us, whether it's a small lesson in our life right now or a major soul purpose journey, is pre-planned, pre-written. Our soul chose this path. Our soul chose to, it's part of the blueprint of what we are coming here to experience. And see, there is a difference, of course. People are asking me, what's the difference between, then where's the free will if everything's written for you? Because people confuse what actually fate means and what destiny means. Now, fate is the thing that is pre-written, pre-chosen, pre-selected, pre-decided, is the blueprint. And in the blueprint, there are many other, let's just say Easter eggs, okay? In the path and journey of, there are Easter eggs. Whether or not you reach the hero journey and fulfill your destiny at the different levels and unlock different Easter eggs, it's up to you. Now, that's the free will. That part is the free will. So exercise your free will and you will find the Easter eggs in life. And then you will find that you are embarking on a hero's journey to unlock the maximum degree of what you can achieve. Now, that is my little segment on how to reclaim your sovereignty and be your best self. Okay, but I'm not going to sidetrack. We want to get more clarity. Now, I want to know from Spirit, what is this? Maybe you can tell us a little, Spirit, about what is this tower moment. Oh, okay. Yep, it will pass real fast. Spirit is saying it will be passed very fast. Don't harper on the tower moment. We're not afraid of it. But it will only pass fast and easy for you if you allow yourself to step into the unknown a little. Have faith. This is the Fool's card in this essence, is taking that leap of faith. I think indeed there is a very strong message coming across. Someone is here to help you navigate through these difficult times. But it takes faith. It takes you willing to co-create your outcome and work with the divine to bring forward this new energy that you are stepping into to navigate out of this tower moment. It is in itself a form of quantum shift, okay? But you can quantum shift very fast, okay, ending the tower moment if you willingly give yourself to the faith at hand. Clear as daylight. There's just no other. Yeah, I think they have spoken. I'm not going to mess this up. Now, last but not least, you have Page of Pentacles sandwiched by the two Knights. Spirit, could you please explain that? Yeah. All your major arcana cards are jumping out, by the way. It is, I think they're trying to tell me this is not a small deal. This thing she's going through is, this thing, he or she, sorry, I assume she because majority of my audiences are female, but I correct myself. Whoever's reading this is trying to navigate it's a very unclear situation. It's a situation whereby intuition won't get you anywhere. It's a situation where, sorry, what am I saying? Sorry. It's a situation where logic won't get you anywhere. Because you have locked intuition away and you're using logic, you will constantly be conflicting yourself between two choices. And Spirit is saying, if you're not using your intuition, then of course you find it hard to navigate. And right now, that is the very crux of your problem. That is why you're in a tower moment. But according to what I told you earlier, how the Page of Pentacles has the Knight of Wands behind him, and the Page of Pentacles has the Knight of Cups in front of him, I think Spirit is trying to say that you have the two knights. You can choose between whether you want to be impulsive and fiery and charge towards. Interestingly, the Knight of Wands is charging towards the Tower. I'm sorry, I'm seeing it as it unfolds in front of my eyes. Actually, this is on my desk the whole time. The Knight of Wands is charging towards the Tower, okay? I think it is, okay, if anything I can say today, Spirit has spoken in the most candid fashion and is bright as day, is loud and clear. They're saying, be mindful of yourself. If you have any impulsive thoughts, if you have any thoughts that are simply driven by pure desire and passion and perhaps even ego, okay, if you have any of that sort of impulses, you need to realize that is you in your Knight of Wands energy. Maybe in some other situations, that kind of energy might have served you very well, because everybody needs a bit of fire in us. Of course, we are charging ahead, getting things done. That is our solar plexus. Wonderful. But sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes that thing brings in more harm to you than it can. What you need now, however, in order to find your, by the way, you got the Sun card, in order to find your sun, your happiness, your energy, your real vitality, you have to allow yourself to step out of this moment, of your Two of Swords moment, to allow yourself to let go of any kind of self-limiting thoughts, especially if it involves you being upset with what you're not getting, okay? And to truly reach deep into the recesses of your inner world, relax first. You need to relax and then reach into your inner world to truly understand yourself from a much more nurturing level, and gradually be on that journey to find actual happiness that revolves around fulfillment of your emotions. That was, I believe, a good amount of that was channeled. I felt like Spirit was just pushing me to, get it out. All right. I will pick an oracle card from the Moonology Oracle cards deck for you and see what Spirit has to say. Okay. A personal issue reaches a solution. Okay, I'm going to read it out from the book. Things are likely to get very heated, as full moon in Cancer is a super emotional sign. So there could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds a time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about though, it signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is a time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner, like the crab. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? The heightened emotions of the Moon-Cancer combination can't be ignored. However, the Cancer is one of Moon's two home signs along with Taurus. So astrologically speaking, the moon loves to be in this sign. In fact, she rules Cancer. This means that with this card, there's a sense that all is as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. Okay, I think that's a beautiful message and very encouraging for whatever situation that might be happening for you right now. I hope that this message resonates for you. Please leave your comments in the comment section below and share with me. I'll be very happy to hear from you. Again, this is a collective reading. If you find that there are details that you'd like to expand on from this reading, or if you want a much more personal reading with your own question in mind, please go to the description box below and you'll find that I have a link there for booking personal readings with me. Also, please follow, like, and subscribe if you like this video and you would like to see more in the future. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye!